Hello, we're New Creek Station from the Kaiser, West Virginia area, and I'm John Evans, lead vocalist and rhythm guitarist. To my left, Mr. Donnie Gibson. He lives in Cumberland, Maryland, and he plays that 5-string banjo. This guy over here to my right on that doghouse bass, he'd been playing that bass since he was in the 3rd grade. He was 18 years old at the time. But he really enjoys it. And that's also my dad, so I'm allowed to pick on him. That's Mr. Delmas Evans. And one of the things that he does well for us, other than the bluegrass music that we do, he does recitations. And this one we get a lot of requests for when we go out in public to do. And I personally think he does it really well. And this one's called Ragged Old Flag.
I walked through a county courthouse square. On a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, "Your old courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "It'll do for our little town." I said, "Your old flagpole has leaned a little bit. That's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it." He said, "Have a seat," and I sat down. "Is this the first time you've been to our little town?" I said, "I think it is," and he said, "Well, I don't like to brag, but I'm kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see, we got a small hole in that flag there when Washington took it across to Delaware. And it got powder burned the night Francis Scott Key sat watching it writing, 'Say, can you see?' Got a bad rip in New Orleans with Packingham and Jackson tugging at its seams. Almost fell at the Alamo, long beside the Texas flag, but it waved on though. Got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville, got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee and Beauregard and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she got a big hole from a Bertha gun. She run blood red in World War II. She hung limp and low by the time it was through. She was in Korea, Vietnam, Kuwait, Iraq, and now Afghanistan. She waved from her ships on the briny foam. Now they've about quit waving her back here at home. In her own good land, she's been abused, burned, dishonored, denied, and refused. And the government for which she stands has been scandalized throughout the land. She's getting threadbare, wearing thin, but she's in good shape for the shape she's in because she's been through the fire before. And I believe she can take a whole lot more. We run her up every morning. We take her down every night. We don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her up just right. On second thought, I do like to brag, 'cause I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag.